guys, and welcome. On today's episode of Breaking News, we'll be discussing a lot about the recently closed transfer windows, the chances of the big teams in Laliga, chances of top 4, let me say top 6 in the Premier League, and probably the Serie A too. And again, the Cristiano and Messi effect. All this will come up shortly. See you soon. Welcome back, and this is Breaking News. As you know, here we talk everything football, opinions, debates, and everything. And if you are coming across this for the first time, please like and subscribe. So today, I have my very good friend here. Atom is here with me, and he's a huge Barcelona fan. And today we'll be discussing about the transfers, like I said earlier, the Cristiano and Messi effect, how it's going to, the effect, the positive and the negative effect of it when it comes to leaving La Liga for the French League and Cristiano leaving Serie A back to England with Manchester United. And well, we will take a rundown at the transfer of this summer, how it has benefited all the teams, the losers and the winners of the transfer window. And then we will look at the chances of teams making the top 4 or probably the top 6 in the Premier League, and then the top 3 in La Liga, and let me say the top 4 again in Serie A. I'll be discussing all this with my very good friend here, Atom. Atom, is good to have your program today.
I'm happy to be here too.
So let's get to it. Okay. Your team, Lionel Messi, your team Barcelona, sorry, and with Messi leaving, there's huge talk about how your former president, Bartomeu, has mismanaged the club. First of all, let's start with this. Messi leaving Barcelona. Was he entirely Messi's fault? Sorry, was he entirely Bartomeu's fault? And do you think there could have actually been a way for Messi to have actually end up staying at Barcelona?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's entirely Bartomeu's fault.
Bartomeu's fault
because of the mismanagement of the fund.
Okay.
Over the 3 years since Neymar saga.
Okay.
And another thing, Messi leaving Barcelona is depends on the signing of Antoine Griezmann.
Okay, Antoine Griezmann.
Because when Antoine Griezmann signed, when he proposed to sign, when Bartomeu proposed to sign Antoine Griezmann back then,
okay,
the heavyweight in the team,
okay,
they went to approach him that if he signed Antoine Griezmann, which role will he play? Which role will he occupy?
Which role will Griezmann occupy?
Yeah,
okay.
He was asked vividly. Lionel Messi, Piqué, and co. They asked him, and a lot of 70% of the board were against it.
70% of the board
members.
Barcelona board.
Yes. So which Bartomeu, which he declined back then, but he did it as president unknowingly. He did it away from the board members. You understand?
To get Griezmann.
Yes, to get Griezmann. So Griezmann coming to Barcelona boardroom, it was even Barcelona dressing room. It was even a shock to most of the players. So if you take a vivid look at the amount he earns, you understand, you know that it has a unilateral effect on the economic system of the Barcelona.
Okay. Now let me ask you this. Just recently, I think on the final day of the transfer window, Gerard Piqué and Jordi Alba, they both took huge pay cuts.
Yeah.
To allow Barcelona
register the pay and
Sergio Aguero.
Yeah.
My question is this: what if did Messi actually agree to huge pay cuts?
He agreed to take 50% pay cut.
And with that 50%, it's still not enough to register Messi.
Yes, for you to know that Barcelona is crippled.
That is the key word there.
Yes.
And by crippling it, we all know football is this. Huge finances are involved and all that.
Yes.
But for me, the thing is this: with Lionel Messi saying is ready to take 50% huge pay cut.
Yes.
If Lionel Messi, Samuel Umtiti, Gerard Piqué, Jordi Alba, if those 4 actually went on taking 50% pay cut, do you think it would have still been enough to keep Lionel Messi?
Yes, it would be enough. Even the likes of Griezmann, Dembele, and Conte.
Are you saying this because of your dislikeness for Antoine Griezmann?
No, it's not. Although everyone knows me, I'm not his fan.
Okay.
But Antoine Griezmann coming to Barcelona, it dismantled and it destroyed the economic stability and the sporting system of the team. If you take a vivid look at it, you will know that because the system Anthony Griezmann is bringing in, it's not something that Barcelona is used to, because he's defensively minded. Take a look now this season. Anthony Griezmann played the whole 3 matches we played in La Liga look at his stats now, without registering a single goal. And a case study of Memphis Depay that was just brought in, and he's already fit into the system.
Now let me continue. Memphis Depay coming in.
Yes.
I personally love Memphis Depay. I think he has re-established himself. Or let me say he has reinvented himself after leaving Manchester. He had a bad spell at Manchester.
Of course.
I thought he was a bad player, but with Angel Di Maria coming out this week to say he had a bad time at Manchester United, all thanks to Louis van Gaal. But we'll still go back to there.
Okay.
When Messi left, I thought, wow, this is Griezmann's time to shine.
Same thing here. I was thinking that the mantle is already in his hand.
Okay.
As a senior man, signing you for such amount, earning such wages, 400 in a week, and a player of your status, is to assume responsibility. But please, you can just look at some of our matches. We see Griezmann is not even a serious player to have started with. It's not someone that Barcelona should have signed. Just take a look at how he plays. He's not offensive at all. 3
matches into La Liga.
Okay.
And Memphis Depay has been carrying Barcelona on his shoulder, single-handed. I think it's safe to say that.
Yes.
And now
with statistics.
Statistically. Yes. But for me, I think now that Antoine Griezmann has finally made a shock move to Atletico, because I wasn't expecting that.
Same thing here.
Shock move to back to Atletico Madrid. Do you think the Barcelona team, that your squad right now, the squad with Barcelona FC squad right now,
okay,
do you think the squad is in capable hands with Ronald Koeman to challenge for the La Liga title?
I'm so much grateful for what you just said, Ronald Koeman. With this current squad of Barcelona, if you give it to a reasonable and a tactical coach, the likes of Zidane, the like of Pochettino, the like of
you just said Pochettino.
Yes, Pochettino. Look at Pochettino.
Mauricio Pochettino.
This Mourinho.
Jose Mourinho. Not Pochettino.
Not Jose Mourinho.
Okay.
Pep Guardiola give him this current team, this current squad. He will do wonders. But if you look,
Pep Guardiola,
yes,
a manager that has spent over £1 billion in his career.
Yes. Okay. If you look at the profile of the players we have now, the likes of Ansu Fati, the likes of this Memphis Depay, the like of Frenkie de Jong, the like of Pedri, the like of Ricky Piggy. You look at this player, you will know that they fit in into his kind of system of playing. If you take a look at it, but were you able to read through Pjanic interview yesterday?
Yes, he said he was disrespected by Ronald Koeman.
Not only him, to more than 50% of the players. Imagine Ronald Koeman instructing Luis Suarez, a legend, someone that nearly scored 200 goals for Barcelona in his history, calling him, banning him from entering our training ground. You see, it's unsportsy. Like it makes no sense. It's not sportsmanship. Thank you. Then Ricky Piggy, the board have shown an interest in this, that is from La Masia, that let him enroll to give him some chances, and you still insist because of some ego and some personal interest. Raymond Plain made some explanation on the kind of person Ronald Koeman is. Look at Ronald Koeman's statistic at Everton, someone that cannot manage Everton dressing room. Imagine him taking on Barcelona.
Now let me come in there. Ronald Koeman.
Yes.
After Pep Guardiola left Barcelona, you had Tito Villanova.
Yes.
After Tito Villanova, was it the current Spanish scorer?
Yes, Luis Enrique.
Then after Luis Enrique, I think you had what's it called, the Argentine coach.
Yes.
Gerardo Tata Martino.
Yes, Tata Martino.
And I think from Tata Martino, it's been downhill for us when it's come to management and coaches.
Yes.
And now there's Ronald Koeman.
Yes.
I personally think Ronald Koeman is an experienced manager, personally, my opinion. But, there are difference between being an experienced manager and being suited for a big club.
Yes.
There are some clubs I believe that they are not just for any manager. The likes of Barcelona, the likes of Real Madrid.
Of course.
I still think, let me go back to Antoine Griezmann.
Okay.
I see Antoine Griezmann playing for the French national team, and he does well.
Yes, he does well.
Let me say well, yes. He's a World Cup winner.
Yeah.
But the thing is this, Now he's back at Barcelona. He's back at Atletico Madrid. Before going back to the issue of the coach,
Yeah.
it's very easy for a team. If Ronald Koeman was when he was in the Premier League, he was into his first club in the Premier League was with Southampton.
Yes.
And then with Everton.
Yes.
You know, imagine Ronald Koeman managing a team like Real Betis. If they happen to draw a match against Getafe, no issue.
No issue, of course.
But a Ronald Koeman managing a team like Barcelona, if you drop point against Real Madrid, it's even an issue.
Thank you. Let me come in here.
Do you think that is my question now. Do you think is a kind of manager that can actually handle the pressure and expectation of FC Club Barcelona?
No, sir. With point and proof to back it. Take a vivid look at last season.
Okay.
Ronald Koeman didn't win a single big match in La Liga top 6. And you can check. Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Sevilla, Getafe, they all did Atletico Bilbao in the league. You can check. Against Sevilla, it was in Copa del Rey.
Okay, yeah.
If you look at Ronald Koeman statistically against big teams, both in Champions League, both in even in the Copa del Rey, you see it's very poor. Take a look at this what happens here against Atletico Bilbao, our last match.
Okay, just Atletico Bilbao.
It was his fault. Just take a look. We played badly to sort of, and even Laporta was complaining after the match, and it was all his fault.
Now, do you see Ronald Koeman being the coach of Barcelona at the end of the season?
No.
And who do you think would be the best option to replace him?
There are a lot of best options.
Just give me two.
Okay, as you know, Barcelona is not the kind of team that just employ anyhow coach. Even a coach that is not a high-profile coach can coach Barcelona as far as you fit into their system.
Okay.
I can see Xavi
Hernandez.
Yes, Xavi Hernandez coming in as a coach that will coach Barcelona next season. So, and another option here is this current Chelsea coach,
Thomas
Tuchel, is a fantastic coach that can coach a team like Barcelona because he's full of tactics and schemes.
Now let's leave Barcelona a bit and go to your rival, your eternal rivals, Real Madrid. Zinedine Zidane has left again.
Of course.
They lost Sergio Ramos.
They lost Varane.
They lost Rafa Varane. Two players that actually they were instrumental in winning 4 Champions League, La Ligas too. They formed a perfect bond, a perfect partnership with each other, Varane and
Sergio Ramos.
Now they are left with players like Militao, David Alaba, and Nacho. They brought in Alaba and Fletcher from Barcelona, Bayern Munich, sorry.
Of course.
And they have the coach that won them the La Decima,
Yes.
Carlo Ancelotti, a coach I respect so much.
Same thing here.
He's very good. But with the current squad, with the players they've got, do you see them winning the La Liga back with Ancelotti? How far do you think they will go? And how far do you think they will go in Champions League?
Actually, on that question, if you look at Real Madrid 3 seasons back, it's not that maybe they have some fantastic player. It is Zidane wiseness and tactics that have been winning them the matches and the trophies. Most especially La Liga. Real Madrid winning La Liga in this era is not something easy for them. But if you look at Zidane understands La Liga matches. He knows how to rotate the players. But with a kind of coach like Ancelotti coming in, I see them doing better.
Doing better,
yeah. Okay. Although they might suffer, they might undergo some turbulence because of the likes of Sergio Ramos, Rafa Varane leaving is another story entirely. But with the system, the likes of Cruz, Alaba, they still have players that
they brought in Camavinga.
They still have players that can continue the legacy. If not up to the prior one, they will do something better. With current Barcelona team, if you look at it, I don't see Barcelona going deeply. I don't see them continue at this form. You understand? They will, surely Barcelona will try to do something better since the Lionel Messi departure. But fatigue and other things are there. Most especially Barcelona player, 50% of our players they are now players that were affected by injury day in, day out. Take a look, Dembele, Sergio, Roberto, Ansu Fati, Aguero.
Now let me say this. Now that's taking you back to Barcelona again.
Okay.
Ansu Fati has been given the number 10 jersey.
He has been given number 10 jersey.
Do you think he's the apparent heir for that jersey?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Ansu Fati.
Ansu Fati. There is.
And let me see, before you go there, do you see Ansu Fati? I'm not going to judge Ansu Fati based on, I'm not going to put on the same scale with Lionel Messi. No, that would be very, very awful to do. But do you see him, if not reaching Lionel Messi's height, but do you see him giving the camp? Do you see him giving Camp Nou, the fans there, that excitement, that wonder, that magic that Lionel Messi once does for Barcelona, year in, year out, week in, week out, day in, day out?
No, sir.
No.
No. This is the reason. Lionel Messi is magical to watch. If you look at a player like Lionel Messi, he managed to get himself into the radar. Every match, the statistics are there. If he didn't score, he label an assist with the dribble, with the free kick. But there's still hope for a player like Ansu Fati because the age is still there for him to grow and develop.
Now let me say this. We've seen players come up, exciting young players. We say, wow, so player is young prospect, is this, is that, is that, is this. And then suddenly they just they go off radar.
Yeah.
Probably because of not being professional enough, not probably fame getting to them.
Yeah.
Do you think Ansu Fati is the kind of player that can actually keep his head down and work very hard?
Yes. If you look at last season, the few matches he played, he showed the passion, the compassion, the will, the gist to play for Barcelona because he has the spirit. Look at him. Ansu Fati, I see him as someone that have Cristiano Ronaldo profile.
Okay.
I'm not comparing him with Cristiano Ronaldo, but if you see him, he's hungry. Like he has the hunger in him to score goals, to take on defenders. So for that, there's still an ability and a time for him to develop because he's just 18 years old.
Atletico Madrid are the defending champion.
Yeah.
And they won't just be defending the champion. They won't just be defending the Laliga again. They will also be attacking it.
Yes.
Let me put it that way.
Yes.
Do you think they have a chance of defending the Laliga title this year?
Yes.
So if you had to give me your prediction for the La Liga this season, it should be Atletico Madrid,
Real Madrid, then Barcelona.
Wow, top 3.
Top 3.
You are putting your club third.
Yes.
Third.
Third.
Wow. For Barcelona, who do you think will be the highest scorer for Barcelona?
Memphis Depay.
Wow. That didn't take you a lot.
Yes. Memphis Depay. I even have the belief that he can win the Pichichi.
Wow.
Yes.
With the way he's going.
With the way he's going. If he's not injured.
I love that. Now I want to ask you a very sensitive question.
Okay.
Lionel Messi lives in Barcelona and La Liga. It's obvious that a lot of fans have followed Lionel Messi to
PSG.
French League with PSG.
Okay.
How do you think Barcelona will fare this season? Without Lionel Messi?
Thank you. That's a very good question and critical one.
And financially too.
Now, let's start with the financial aspect. This is where allowed the effort of Joan Laporta.
Okay.
Barcelona have saved almost £118 million this season from sales.
In 118.
118 from sales. And if Atletico Madrid managed to sign, or if Antonio Griezmann managed to play 50% of their matches,
okay,
they have to pay us. They have to pay Barcelona 40 million with the 10 million that they paid for the loan fee. So Barcelona now is doing well because most of the highest ages winners have gone. They've left the team, and most of the ones that were there have agreed to take a huge pay cut. The like of Umtiti now has agreed to take a huge pay cut. I can see Barcelona bouncing back to the top level next upper season. There. Then concerning the issue of Lionel Messi's Lionel Messi's departure from La Liga, from Barcelona, is a huge loss for La Liga and Barcelona as a team.
Okay.
Because if you take a look at Barca, what Lionel Messi bring to the table, week in, week out, for you to find a player that will bring something is real. He took Barcelona on his back solemnly and alone.
Let's take a break, guys. Let me
Okay.
consider when we take a break. We'll be back very shortly. Welcome back, guys. And I'm still here with my very good friend Arthur, and we've been discussing Lionel Messi, La Liga, chances of Barcelona getting anything this season with the post-Messi era. Let me put it that way. And well, Ansu Fati becoming the apparent heir to his number 10 jersey, and how well he can actually carry Barcelona on his back, the way Lionel Messi did. We're not rating him alongside Lionel Messi. I think it will be very, very bad to do that. But so far, we've discussed that, and now we will be leaving La Liga to the Premier League.
Okay.
I think Premier League clubs, they've actually been the main winner of this season transfer window.
Yes.
And like one of my friends said, he said it's been a transfer of exits.
Transfer of exits.
Yes, whereby players are going back to their former club and all that. We saw Romelu Lukaku went back to Chelsea.
Yeah.
We saw Cristiano Ronaldo also
Back to
went
Manchester
back.
United.
Yes. Let's start with Manchester City. They are the defending champion. They are probably one of the best coach of this generation, or for like Pep Guardiola. He's won almost everything, and I think his ultimate aim now is to win
Champions League
with Manchester City.
Manchester City.
But with the Premier League, do you think with the current squad they can actually go back and reclaim retain that title again?
Yes.
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 Wow.
Manchester City can still win the Premier League, can still retain the league.
Now, no Sergio Aguero. I don't think Gabriel Jesus is a striker, not an out-and-out striker.
Not an out striker, of course.
They have Phil Foden, what's it called? Ferran Torres.
Yeah.
Who has been chipping in with a couple of goals.
Yeah.
Sterling, once in a while, chipping with goals. Mahrez, Heike Gundogan, Kevin De Bruyne will do what he knows how to do best: create chances, score goals, and make assists. But I personally believe that City team, I know Guardiola will be causing his luck. Initially, I was saying that there was no contact between City and Ronaldo. That Jorge Mendes used City to lure out Manchester United.
Yeah.
But just yesterday, news was coming in that Ronaldo was actually in talks with Manchester City for 3 days. Not Ronaldo directly, but Jorge Mendes was in contact with Manchester City for good 3 days. And I'm very sure that Pep will be causing his Pep, because imagine Ronaldo in that City squad, he will score goals, no doubt.
It's brutal.
Very, very. But now without Ronaldo, no Kane. I think there will be some matches that City will have to outscore their opponents. They can't be keeping clean sheet every match.
Yeah.
And without a recognized striker. That is where I'm skeptical about it. I don't think they have the ability, or they have the I don't know how to put this, but
I understand, like they don't have that standard.
Yes, because if you look at Liverpool, they got Mane is there, Salah is there, Firmino, Diego Jota has been scoring goals after goals. Chelsea have got Romelu Lukaku, Kai Havertz, loads of players that can actually chip in with goals. Look at Manchester United now, with the arrival of Cristiano Ronaldo, everybody is screaming.
Cavani,
and you have to look at that City squad, and I think without getting a striker can actually be the Achilles heel.
Yeah, I understand what you are trying to figure out there, but my own belief that Manchester City can still retain that league title is not solely based on the players but the coach. If you take a look last season, starting from the round 16 in the Champions League, Manchester City have been playing without a striker till their final matches.
Without a recognized striker.
Thank you. With playing with the first striker. If you look at most of the matches in the Premier League, they play without striker. I have the belief that Pep Guardiola can still do wonders like that. If you take a note, I think he's one of the team that have labeled highest number of goals this season in Premier League.
Yes, so far.
And he will continue to do that. It might not be in every match, but surely he will continue to do that because he have the profile, he have the player that can create the chances, and you have the player that can bang in 1 or 2 goals.
If I'm right,
yeah,
I think Manchester United scored more goals than Manchester City last season.
Yes, Manchester United they scored more goals than, but Manchester City too they scored a lot of goals last season. Yes, and they've continued doing that this season. They're bringing in this player from Aston Villa,
Jack Grealish. I personally don't rate Jack Grealish. Let me cut him there.
Okay, you did.
I don't rate him that much. I'm not saying he's not a good striker. He's not a good player. Okay. Of course, but I think Grealish is, for me, is a player that is actually more suited to a team whereby he will be the main man.
I understand.
At City, he can't be the main man.
He can't be.
When he was at Aston Villa, when they are maybe a counter or something, they find a way to get the ball to him. After getting the ball to him, let me say this. He most times he kills off attacks.
Yeah, he kills. I know the pattern of play he is on
because he delays the ball so much. Just hold the ball and move.
Yes. But if you take a look at Manchester City, the squad that Jack Grealish should be playing with, they are far superior than him. It's just like what is about to happen in Manchester United. You have players there that can generate chances, that can create chances, but because of they are all players of equal ages and equal era, you understand, they can show caban. But now with Cristiano Ronaldo chipping in there will be a matter of command. Same thing will happen in Manchester City. Jack Grealish is a fine player, but he can't do whatever he feel like doing in the presence of the likes of Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne in the team.
Now, going back to Manchester United, what do you think Cristiano Ronaldo will be bringing to that team? A team that already have the likes of Paul Pogba, Bruno Fernandes. They brought in Jadon Sancho. They brought in Rafael Varane. There's Harry Maguire. David De Gea has turned back to being number 1. Luke Shaw has been fantastic over the past 2 seasons. Over the past 18 months, let me put it that way. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is doing fantastically well. What do you think Cristiano Ronaldo will be adding to that squad? That they, apart from it's obvious that he will be bringing goals and experience. But apart from those two, what again do you think Cristiano will be bringing to that squad?
Saltpeter. It's just a metaphor. If you look at Manchester United as a team for the past 2 or 3 seasons, it's not that Manchester United have been bad like that. Although they are struggling team, but
they're struggling.
Yeah, they are struggling team because since the departure of Van Persie, no Manchester United have managed to label 20 league goals. I think since 2013, no Manchester have managed. But with Cristiano Ronaldo chipping in, 20 league goals are assured.
He's 36.
Yes, he's 36, but Cristiano Ronaldo is evolving. He's getting old, but he's evolving. More wise, more developed.
Like a wine.
The older I get, the better he becomes. If a player of Cristiano Ronaldo age, scoring more than 100 goals, or let me say 100 plus goals with Juventus, with that WAC squad, imagine him playing with the likes of Paul Pogba, the like of Bruno Fernandes, Jadon Sancho,
Greenwood.
You know that he will be able to generate a lot of goals. I have the belief that Manchester United is a team that they are among the title contenders
for this season.
And surely Manchester United will win something because Cristiano Ronaldo, you know the profile.
Now let me say this. Let me cut you there.
Okay.
It's very obvious. United fans have gone ballistic since Ronaldo actually put pen to paper.
Okay.
And rightly so.
Yeah.
But do you think they have a manager that can actually put the pieces together with that tactical nouns to actually deliver Manchester United another Premier League title since Alex Ferguson?
No, sir.
They don't.
If you look at Solskjaer, he's not a coach. Just take a look at his profile. Take a look at his past matches that he has won. Take a look at his reaction, his relation with the players. You know that he's not suited for that squad. But the main reason why I have the belief in Manchester United is not based on the coach, but based on Cristiano Ronaldo because he's a born winner.
Not the coach,
not the coach,
on Cristiano.
But on Cristiano.
I like that. Chelsea now. Let's go to Chelsea. Romelu Lukaku has gone back to Chelsea. Obviously, he's coming to Chelsea and he'll be giving them goals as well. Work ethic, he's a team player. He fights for the team and all that. And with the kind of coach they have, and the squad are there already, how would you rate their chances of winning the Premier League? Last season they won the Champions League.
Yeah.
Under Thomas Tuchel, just 6 months into his time.
And they can still win it again.
And they can still win it, of course. But do you think in the Premier League this season they can actually challenge? Who would you? Let me say this. Who would you actually? I thought there is Manchester City, there is Manchester United, and then there is Chelsea. Who do you think will run City close for that Premier League title? Which team do you actually think will run City close?
Manchester United.
Not Chelsea.
Not Chelsea.
Why?
Thank you. If you take a look at this Manchester United squad, even last season they finished second.
Mm-hmm.
And last season Thomas Tuchel was there.
Okay.
I believe as the season goes, I'm not against Chelsea or Tuchel, but he's playing fantastically. He's doing well.
But don't forget, you just said Thomas Tuchel is far better.
Yes, I know. Just wait.
Okay.
I believe that as the season goes, Thomas Tuchel players will experience fatigue.
And United players won't experience fatigue?
No. That's not what I mean.
Okay.
United players will experience fatigue, but they know how to do this thing. Yes.
Really?
Really.
The only player. Okay, United have 2 players.
Yeah.
Who have won the Premier League in the past.
Yes.
David De Gea. And Phil Jones.
Yeah.
Sir Phil. I call him Sir Phil Jones.
Yeah.
Because he's already gotten his knighthood at Manchester United.
Yes.
And he's the player that has not kicked the ball for United in 2 years.
Yes.
So why do you think they know how to do it than the Chelsea team that just won the Champions League?
Thank you. Look at Chelsea team 5 years back.
Okay.
Winning the Champions League, you can continue to win Champions League without winning the league. That's why I said I have the belief that they can still maintain the Champions League.
Like Real Madrid did on Zidane.
Yes, but they winning the league. I'm not saying there's higher chance probably that they can win the league. It's 1/2. But according to my own view, I don't see them winning the league ahead of City.
And Liverpool?
Liverpool is out of race.
Liverpool had no chance.
Yes, they have no chance.
They've still got money.
Yes, they still
Van
got
Dijk is back to full
yes.
fitness.
Yes, they still got
Trent Alexander-Arnold,
yes.
Andy Robertson.
Yes.
Naby
Keita. They still have
Sadio
money.
Mane, Diego Jota.
Label this down. Liverpool will struggle to make top 4. Jot it down. They struggle to make top 4. If you take a look at things, Manchester United, they don't have a very good coach for the past 3 seasons, but they are coming in the cup. They got FA, Carabao. They are still coming to the semi-finals before they got eliminated.
Now let me say this. I personally think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is still the manager of Manchester United because of empathy and because of that legendary status that ex-Manchester United player, 20 legend.
Of course.
Because I genuinely believe that if Jose Mourinho was the coach of Manchester United against Villarreal, United will win the Europa League.
Sure, they win the Europa League. I also have the belief that if it is Jose Mourinho, they will beat Villarreal hand down without even going to extra minutes.
You will give me your top 4 prediction, not
Okay.
top 6 yet.
Okay.
Top 4 prediction, but I will go first.
Okay.
I will say Chelsea
Okay.
for the Premier League title. I will say City coming in second.
Okay.
I will say United coming in third.
Okay.
And I will say Liverpool coming in fourth.
Okay.
So I want you to give me yours.
I'll say Manchester City.
With the Premier League title?
Yeah.
Okay.
Manchester City, Manchester United, Chelsea, then Liverpool. Yeah.
Before in the Premier League, there used to be big 2.
Yeah.
And then suddenly, at the beginning of the millennium, Chelsea came in with Roman Abramovich and it became big 3. And then suddenly it became big 4. Now, it's more like big 6 and big 7.
Yes.
Generally and popularly called top 6 or top 7.
Yeah.
Arsenal started the season. Most people will say that Arsenal started the season woefully.
Yeah.
But I won't agree to that. And I will give you my reasons.
Okay.
They played their first match against Brentford and they lost 2-0. They were awful damage. They were bullied around the park. And then they lost to Chelsea 2-0. And then they lost to
Manchester City
5-0. Let me just the Brentford match apart. The Chelsea match. I think for Arsenal to lose to Chelsea,
It's normal.
I won't say it's normal because I think that would be like I'm insulting Arsenal fans. But for Arsenal to lose to Chelsea, I think it doesn't raise any eyebrow.
Yeah.
For Arsenal to lose to Manchester City, it's not jaw dropping either.
Yeah.
They lost to Manchester City. They lost Granit Xhaka to a red card.
Yeah.
Probably their most important player, or one of their most important players.
Yeah.
So it's always going to happen. And City, not many teams can actually withstand what City have got. But for me, the only issue was losing to Brentford. Had it been Arsenal won against Brentford and they lost to Chelsea and City, people would have been saying exactly.
Yeah.
And now after the international break, they will be playing Norwich City at the Emirates, and I think they can actually kickstart their season from there.
Yeah.
In as much as I have my reservations with Arsenal, because if you look at the signing, the summer dealings they did, they brought in Tomiyasu, they brought in Lokonga, they brought in Tavares, they brought. I think that is the problem I'm having with Arsenal. Two things for me. Their coach. I think Arteta is still doing his apprenticeship. He's using Arsenal for his apprenticeship. He's not a manager that's capable enough to manage a team like Arsenal.
Yeah.
An experienced manager like Unai Emery, he failed. And then bringing in Arteta, I think Arsenal actually needed a coach that is tough as nails.
Yeah.
The Contes, the Mourinho's, coaches with no nonsense attitude, coaches that will actually make players understand that you are here to do a job.
Yes.
You are here to win matches. You know, Arsenal can be playing against West Bromwich Albion and they can be 2-0 up, and the time can be 71 minutes. And if West Brom get a goal, that's 71st minute, there's every chance that West Brom can actually come back from behind to draw the match.
Yeah.
So they need a manager that can actually make them understand that even if you are losing 2-0 and it's 10 minutes, there's 10 minutes left on the clock, you can still go ahead and win the match.
Yeah.
Arteta is not that kind of manager for me. That is the first issue I'm having with them. The second issue I'm having with them is their recruitment, their transfer department or recruitment department.
They are making their own signs.
Absolutely. They got Ben White for 50 million pounds. West Ham United got Zuma for 30 million pounds.
Yes.
Zuma will do a better job for Arsenal than
yeah.
They could have gotten Jules Koundé from Sevilla.
Yeah.
For
50.
That's 50. Yeah. And Jules Koundé would have done a better job for that Arsenal team
than Ben White.
Yeah. And then they brought, I think Sambi Lokonga will be a very good player in years to come.
Yeah.
But then they went in and brought in Tomiyasu. Well, I think the Arsenal's transfer dealing has been randos and square pegs. But don't worry, guys, we will discuss this and many more after the break. See you soon. So welcome back, guys. I'm still with my very good friend here, Adam, and we've discussed a lot. Ronaldo effect, Messi effect, leaving Barcelona, and the chances of Barcelona win anything this year. Memphis Depay, how we believe him and Ansu Fati will carry Barcelona behind their back, and with Ancelotti going back to Real Madrid, the chances of them getting their hand on the Laliga title again. And we've come to the Premier League. We've given you guys our top 4 contenders. Teams we think will make up the top 4. And before we went on the break, we were on Arsenal, their signings, and Arteta. So let's get back to it, Personally, for me, I think Sambi Lokonga will end up being a very good player. But for me, like I said before the break, for me, their signings have been randos and square pegs.
Yeah.
It doesn't fit. And again, they have a manager that I think is not good enough to
handle the pressure.
Exactly, and take Arsenal to back where they go. If you are watching Arsenal, the 2000 Arsenal team, the 2005, 2006, even up to 2010,
yeah,
and you are watching this current Arsenal team, you'll be like, what is going on? And for me, I don't think they have any chances or any hope of getting into the top 6 or top 7. I think the highest place Arsenal could finish this season will be 10th or 9th. Tottenham has hired a new coach, Nuno Espirito Santo.
Yeah.
The 3 games they've played in the Premier League, they've won all three.
Yeah.
1-0, 1-0, 1-0.
Yeah.
And I think there's one good thing about Santos is that he knows how to arrange or set up his defense line.
Yes.
So definitely it's obvious that this season they won't be conceding too many goals. But we've given our viewers our own how should I put it, our own prediction for the top four.
Yeah.
Do you really think Tottenham can actually squeeze their way to the top four, or do you see them finishing outside top four?
I see Tottenham much more being part of the top four teams in England.
Top four teams in England.
Yeah.
So you think they will displace either of Liverpool, City, United, or Chelsea?
No, but they will still be part of the top four. Either they displace Liverpool or Liverpool displaces them, but I still see them within that top four region.
I don't think they will. I don't think they will be in the top four.
Why?
You have to look at the squad of Liverpool, for example, and look at the squad of Tottenham. With regardless of how well Nuno Espirito Santo set up his team, I think there will still be no match for the Liverpools, the Cities, the Uniteds, and the Chelseas. But the thing is this: I don't want our viewers to get it wrong. It's a league. 380 matches. Each team will play 38 matches, and it's a marathon, not a sprint. Tottenham will get some results here and there against the big teams, get draws, win some, but when it gets tough, I think the best finish for Tottenham for me this season will be them finishing 5th. While Leicester City coming in 6th. I don't think Everton will make top 6. No.
Yeah.
Even with Benitez coming in.
Same thing here. But if you take a vivid look, you will see that last season Liverpool team was struggling.
Yes, they missed out on one of their one of their key players, Virgil van Dijk.
Yeah.
Joe Matip wasn't functioning very well.
Even before Virgil van Dijk went on getting injured, Aston Villa trashed them 7-1 or also.
Yes, 7-2. I think 7-2. Yeah, I think last season
Wolf or Watford.
I think last season was a season of stranger things.
And
due to COVID and everything, most teams actually United struggled too.
United struggled too.
Their first match at Old Trafford against Crystal Palace, they lost 3-1.
Yeah.
And most teams struggled. As in teams started
struggled
up till I think October. City were 13th. United were 14th.
Yeah, on the table. Of course.
So I think they struggled. But this season, some of those teams they actually had a very good preseason under their belts. And I just don't see Tottenham breaking into that top four. They can't. They won't.
Highly optimistic.
They won't.
I'm also optimistic about Liverpool not getting to their past form as the season goes. So let's watch and see.
Well, because getting to their past form.
Take a look at this Liverpool squad.
Okay.
They didn't make any changes. No fresh legs. Same thing. Salah, Mane, Firmino, Jota, and their usual coach. So, if you take a look at it, Premier League team already got the kind of pattern that Liverpool as a team play. You can see that Robertson and Trent Arnold, most of the even middle Premier League teams were able to curb their offensive compared to 2 seasons back. Just take a look. Last season, I don't think each one of them was managed to even register 10 assists.
Well, I get your point. I think there's a particular saying here in this part of the world that once other clubs or other coaches read your manual, they'll be able to predict your move. But so far, so good. I think no denying the quality in that Liverpool team.
I don't deny the quality.
But and I still don't think that Tottenham can actually displace that Liverpool team. No, they can't. Because I think if you get to a point, I don't see Harry Kane hitting 20 goals in the Premier League for Tottenham this season.
This season?
I don't see it.
I believe so, sir.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm not. When I say I don't think so, it's not because he's not got the quality. He's a goal scorer, proven goal scorer.
Proven goal scorer. And he's scoring the 20 goals for that same season.
Yes, but I think this season, it's very. It will be. He had a fantastic season with England. They got to the finals of the Euro, the Euro tournament where they lost to the Italians on penalties.
Yeah.
And then Nick started coming in that he wanted to leave. He already said that at the end of the last season that he won't believe in Tottenham. but he dragged on. Daniel Levy doing what Daniel Levy does best. He found a way to make him stay, and make him stay. And I think they won't be getting the best of Harry Kane this season. They definitely. The highest Harry Kane will give them from the Premier League when it comes to goal return in the Premier League will be 15. If they get 15 goals from Harry Kane this season in the Premier League, they should be happy. You know, a happy player is the kind of player that performs week in, week out.
At high level. Yeah.
I saw the game against their last match. Was he against forgotten actually?
I think they played Watford.
Watford before the international break.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the usual Harry Kane.
Yeah.
And I think that will drag on until around October or first week of November. And there's this Harry course. There's always do get this injury when it gets to around March.
Yeah.
And with that injury coming in, it's not that I want him to get injured, but I think
It's a usual.
let me just put it this way: they won't get the best of Harry this season. They won't get the best of Harry this season. And as long as they're not getting his goals, Son will only do his best, but his goals will not actually
take on
exactly.
Yeah.
So I think that is another upper hand for Liverpool. And Liverpool has brought in a new a new recruitment when in the defensive department. The guy from RB Leipzig, to partner Virgil van Dijk. And if both of them can stay fit, and obviously they've got goals at the other end of the pitch, regardless of how much opponents try to cope Trent Alexander-Arnold and Robertson, I think they will still manage to get some few assists in the Premier League. And I think that alone is good for them to. It will be enough to see them finish in the top 5. Yes. And I think coming in, for me, my opinion, my predictions, coming in behind Tottenham for that in the 6th position will be Leicester City. Leicester City. You know, for 2 seasons in a row now,
Leicester City
they've been exact. There was a time they were second, and then when the COVID of the thing came, and then the season resumed back in June, they fell off the radar, and they ended up finishing 5th.
Yeah.
Same thing happened to them last season. Sorry, they were doing well. Suddenly they just started dropping avoidable. They started losing points that they could actually. Normally you expect them not to lose, and then they end up finishing 5th too. And I think this season they won't even get a sniff at the top 4. Those are my predictions though. And to go to the relegation battle, I think I see Norwich going back down.
I agree with you.
I see Norwich going back down, and I think Watford will go back down too.
I believe so too.
So, but I think Brentford can stay. I think Brentford will find a way to stay. They played 3 matches in the Premier League this season, and I think they've got 5 points.
Yes, they've got 5 points.
So that means they won 1 against Arsenal, and they drew 2.
True, yeah.
Compared to Norwich and Watford, they are doing very fine.
Yeah, they're very fine.
And I think if they can maintain that, they should be very, very fine.
Yeah.
And I think those 2 for now are still my. I will pin relegation on those 2 for now. Maybe as the season goes on, I will actually find out who will actually join them to make it 3.
Okay.
So now, those are my top 6 predictions. I think it will be Chelsea, Manchester City, Manchester United, Liverpool, Tottenham, and Leicester City. You agree with me on that?
I agree with you on the last 2.
On the last, okay. Now, let's go to the Serie A.
Okay.
Antonio Conte did a very good season with Inter Milan last year. They won the league. They did fantastically well. And after that, he resigned his post as the coach of Inter Milan.
Yeah.
And they brought in Simeone Inzaghi. He did very well with Lazio for the years he was there. And then Lazio went on to bring in Maurizio Sarri, an experienced coach. Napoli went on to bring in Luciano Spalletti, also he had fantastic years with Roma then. Roma used to be a thorn in the flesh of Manchester United back then. And then Massimiliano Allegri turning back to Juventus. Yeah. And that same Juventus losing the enigmatic Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, what are the chances of Juventus under Allegri this year winning this Scudetto?
Their chances are so slim.
So slim.
So slim. I do not see Juventus as a team winning the Scudetto title this season, next season. Because if you take a vivid look at Juventus, since Cristiano Ronaldo moved there, he has been scoring their 80% goals.
101 goals.
Yes. 80% of goals across the whole competition, either Champions League, the League, and the Coppa Italia. Goals have been coming from Cristiano Ronaldo. And since Cristiano Ronaldo's departure, I think they didn't win any match.
Yes, so far.
So far, they played two and they didn't win any. Against underdog teams, Empoli. That's even the worst case. Empoli, a team that was just coming from relegation,
Serie A.
beating you at Allianz Arena with 60% of your fans. It seems it's awful. And if you take a look at Juventus team, the setup of their players, you see that there is nothing in that team again.
Okay, the transfer window is over now.
Yeah.
Do you see Alvaro Morata, Federico Chiesa, Juan Cuadrado? Do you see players like that stepping up to chip in goals that they will be missing or they will miss in Cristiano Ronaldo?
No.
Wow.
These guys can just give it a shot. Most especially Federico Chiesa. He can give it a shot. He can just try.
Morata,
take a look last season when Cristiano was there. He played with Cristiano. Federico Chiesa was just the only player that scored second most goals of Juventus last season. Morata will try. It's just like Benzema. He will try. He will score some important goals. But to maintain that form, to maintain the wheel going, to be scoring the goals there, Morata can't do that. Even Chiesa can't do that.
Inter Milan lost Lukaku to Chelsea.
Yes.
Immediately they spent the money in bringing in Correa,
Yeah.
working in Correa, and he scored 2 goals on his debut for Inter Milan.
Yeah.
And they've still got Lautaro Martinez, and they brought in Edin Dzeko.
Yes.
Do you think with Simeone Inzaghi, they can actually retain that Scudetto title?
I'm 90% sure on that.
90% sure.
If not 95.
Don't forget that there's a certain Jose Mourinho in Roma.
Yes, I know.
A certain Jose Mourinho, a proven winner, a Serie A winner.
A Serie A winner, I know. But Mourinho cannot win Scudetto with Roma.
Why?
I give you my words.
You can't be so sure.
I'm sure.
Why?
He will do wonders.
Okay.
Just like what AC did last season. AC surprised us all because this is not the usual AC that we used to know.
You know, like I used to say, you can't write off AC Milan yet.
You can't. They are part of the title contender.
Because they have a certain God too there.
Yes.
In Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Yes. That transformed the team last season.
Exactly.
And they continue on that this season. Roma too will do wonders, but Roma will not win. Roma cannot even win Scudetto.
So your predictions for the Scudetto, top 3?
Top 3, Inter Milan,
Okay.
Juventus,
Okay.
AC.
Where do you think Roma will finish?
Roma can finish 4th or 5th
Under Mourinho.
under Mourinho.
Napoli under Charles Spalletti.
Napoli too. They can.
Napoli have got goals in them. Dries Mertens, Lorenzo Insigne,
I know.
Victor Osimhen.
Napoli has always been like that. Since have you forgotten their season with
Mauricio
Sarri that they almost won the league, that they had Higuain scoring a record goal of 36, which is a record goal for this thing at Serie A, but still they went on to bottle it at the last few matches of the season. So that thing is in them. At the beginning they will show the gist and they will continue to maintain it, but they can't maintain the stand. No.
Now let me see this. Mourinho going back to it. A country where he won the treble with Inter Milan.
He did wonder.
With Inter Milan. And now he's going back to Italy. He's going back to Italy now with Roma. He signed Temi Abraham for Chelsea for 40 million pounds.
Yeah.
And Temi Abraham in his first match, he had 2 assists if I'm right. His second match, he scored a goal too.
Yeah.
Do you see Temi Abraham becoming the sort of striker that Chelsea fans actually want him to be under Jose Mourinho?
Yes. Mourinho is a kind of person that you know him. That once he has a kind of attitude of inculcating something into your brain that he made you to believe that you can do wonders. And Tammy Abraham will try and he will do wonders of his own capability, which he's capable of doing.
You know, Roma has played 2 matches and they've won both 2.
Yes, they've won both 2.
And you still think that they won't finish in the top 3?
They won't finish in the top 3.
All right.
If you take a look at Inter Milan, Juve, AC Milan, these 3 teams, they have everything.
Before we go on break, I want to give you and our viewers my predictions for the top 3 in Serie A. I think it will be Juventus winning the Scudetto this year. Inter Milan coming in second, and I think Roma will come in third. But we'll discuss more on that after this.
Okay.
See you guys soon. Click and welcome back, guys. So I'm still here with my very good friend Atom, and we've been discussing European football, transfer signings, and chances of the big teams in both Serie A, Laliga, and the Premier League. And now I want us to take a quick look at Lionel Messi impact in French League. I think it's very easy to say now it's Messi League. People used to call it, I think there's this thing that people just say that the French League is Farmers League.
Yeah.
I think the Bundesliga is the Farmers League, but that's a discussion for another day, not the French.
Okay.
Now that they've got Lionel Messi, PSG has managed to hold on to Kylian Mbappe, Neymar, Draxler, Di Maria, Mauricio Icardi, Ander Herrera, Sergio Ramos, Kimpembe, Marquinhos, Donnarumma, Wijnaldum. Sarabia has left on loan. What are their chances? Let me start by saying, let me ask you this. It's obvious that Ligue 1 we have a lot of followers now.
Yeah.
But what are the chances of PSG winning the league this year? And what are their chances of winning the Champions League? That is what most people want them to win. Or most people believe they should win.
They should win.
What are their chances? Because last season, don't forget, Lille won the league one, right under the nose of PSG.
Yes, Lille won the league last year, right under their nose, due to some factors which we are not to
and
discuss
again,
today.
do you think Mauricio Pochettino will still be the coach of PSG come the end of the season?
I don't see him being the coach
Of
at the end
PSG?
of the season.
I couldn't agree more.
And I'm sorry to say, I didn't see PSG as a team that will win the Champions League.
Really?
Really?
Even with your
Yes,
man there?
yes, even with my man there, I'm not optimistic about it.
Why?
Because
They've got Sergio Ramos.
they've got a lot of experience.
They've got probably the best goalkeeper in the world right now.
Best everything, in everything, they've got it. I can't they've got bad scorers. You understand?
Okay.
But still, they're still not my favorite in winning the Champions League.
Why?
You know this better than I do, that team setup, ideas, win Champions League.
Yes.
Not the players. Look at Thomas Tuchel. This same Chelsea team that Lampard was unable to handle. Thomas Tuchel didn't make a single signing and he won the Champions League with it.
Mm-hmm.
He left this PSG. Look how PSG was embarrassed in Champions League for the past 2 seasons up to this moment.
Mm-hmm.
If you take a look with the current squad and the current Argentine coach that is there, that man, I don't have the belief in him that he can drive PSG forward to win something like Champions League. But on their Ligue 1, surely they win the Ligue 1 and other cups. They win it. Last season was just a mistake. But Champions League, no, I'm not hopeful that they win Champions League. No.
I think let me continue. I think PSG, they've been winning Ligue 1 after Ligue 1. They've won it back to back. And I think their owner, their target now is to win the Champions League, which is the paramount reason why they brought in Messi. And I personally think this season, I think Manchester City will end up winning the Champions League.
Yes.
That is my opinion.
I believe so too.
That's my opinion. And I think, well, probably next season, Messi effects can just kick into play and they can win the Champions League. But this season, I think it's going to be Man City. And I think come December, either Zinedine Zidane or Antonio Conte will replace Mauricio Pochettino.
Same thing. Because if you take a look at something, this Pochettino, he can't manage that team. If you watch the match, you will see that when Pochettino wanted to swap in Messi, that he removed Neymar, Neymar was eager that he wanted to play with Messi that day.
Yes.
He didn't want to come out. So this kind of things will continue to ensue in match in, match out. So it needs an experienced coach to know how to handle all those players.
Well, okay. With that, I think it's still early days. Neymar will get his chance to play with Messi on the pitch,
Of course.
And I seriously think that would actually won't be the issue here.
It shouldn't be the
But I
issue.
think the main issue here will be having Mbappe in that locker room. A player that actually wants to leave. He made it. Real Madrid actually made the same amount of. They made a bid of the same amount of money. PSG got Neymar from Monaco.
Yeah.
Exactly. But PSG actually turned the bid down. And Mbappe has made it clear that whether you like it or not, I'll be leaving as a free agent to that same Real Madrid. And PSG knowing that from January he will be able to sign pre-contract with Real Madrid.
Yes.
And I think that is a huge mistake for PSG. But I think, well, like we've been saying, they've got Lionel Messi. And there's this general consensus in football that as long as you have Lionel Messi or Cristiano in your team,
You have
almost
70%.
exactly, you have almost everything.
Yeah.
Well, guys, and I hope you've enjoyed our show so far. And the topics we've tried to touch, it's football. You can't touch everything. You want to touch everything, but you won't be able to touch everything. But till then, that will come your way again. I will still be here with my very good friend here, Tom, next time. And if you are saying this again, please, if you like the show, please like and subscribe. And we'll see you soon. Thank you very much.